I'm Tom Hood with this month's Lookout Post and the things you need to know right now. Four things this month. Number one, 5 Marylanders recognized by Accounting Today on the top 100 most influential people in accounting list. Number two, reactive versus proactive and what that means to you. Number three, MACPA's advocacy efforts. There's a couple of big surprises that just came in, and we're going to cover all the things you need to know right now about standards and regulatory and legislative changes. Number four is research in a press release we just released that talks about the skills that young professionals need but aren't getting. All right, let's get into it. First up, they say leadership is influence, and we've got 7 Marylanders that are doing some national influence and being recognized. 5 members were recognized by Accounting Today's top 100 most influential people in the profession. Wayne Burson, CEO of BDO. Lyle Benson actually chairs AICPA PFP committee, also has a practice here in Maryland. Ed Carl is the head of AICPA's tax division and MACPA member CPA in Maryland. Jody Padar, CEO of New Vision CPA Group, out-of-state member, also on that top list. And then yours truly. I was very humbled this year to be recognized as the second most influential in the CPA profession, right behind Barry Melanson, CEO of the AICPA. 2 more members worth noting. Kimberly Ellison Taylor, past chair of Maryland, is actually now going to be the incoming chair of the AICPA in October at the Fall Council meeting. Ken Kelly, on our executive committee, retired controller at McCormick and Company, is actually chairman of the AICPA SEMA joint venture that sponsors the CGMA credential. So lots of national influence from this little state of Maryland. Next up is we've seen recent research from the Sleeter Group that shows the number one reason clients leave their CPAs is because they're being reactive. We've tried to flip that on its head and built a curriculum that aims to teach you how to be anticipatory and proactive. That curriculum is now available on our website for sale, blionline.org/AO. Next up is advocacy, and there is just a lot going on, not to mention getting ready for the legislative session coming up. This is what MACPA does for you at regulatory, legislative, and standard setting areas, and we'll just show you some real big examples coming on. First up is the Department of Labor proposed changes to the overtime regulations in the Fair Labor Standards Act. This has an impact because they're raising the rate dramatically. Some would say maybe it should be raised a little bit, but they're going from roughly $20,000 to $50,000. What that means is you're going to have to pay overtime to a lot more administrative, professional, and clerical staff that are right now exempt from overtime. Now, the practical implication of that is going to cost employers a whole lot more money that's unexpected, and more than likely, many of them won't be able to survive that. So there's a big coalition of both at the association level, at the profession level, and at the business level that are fighting this. So what we did is join those areas. We've written a letter from the MACPA, joined the AICPA nationally in that effort. We actually also joined a business coalition called the PPWO, the Partnership to Protect Workplace Opportunity. And then finally, through the association community, we supported the ASAE in their efforts. So look for that. We're going to try to keep you updated as that regulation goes through final exposure and comment period. Next up is DOL employee benefit plan audits. We've talked about that. The DOL is now writing state boards and asking them to be more aggressive in oversight and enforcement. So look for more and more scrutiny on this important issue. 2 other ones are on the standard side. One is peer review. The AICPA has a exposure draft on the future of practice monitoring. Our peer review committee has written a letter in response to that. And also FASB issued new not-for-profit exposure drafts. Our accounting and auditing committee has written a comment letter on that. You might want to look at those because those are upcoming significant changes to our standards. Last up is the pipeline and our most recent research there. What we've found in across national as well as our local, both partners, corporate, and young professionals, that young people actually need more skills sooner in the areas of strategic thinking, communication, leadership, prioritization, and those kinds of things. So that research is now available, and certainly we can help you with that through our Business Learning Institute. So give us a call or look for courses to help give your younger professionals those skills earlier. I'm Tom Hood, signing off of this month's Lookout Post. Tune in next month for what CPAs in Maryland need to know right now.